to a day of lockdown. Dudes, welcome back to a different, special kind of... Welcome back to Project G53. No. It looks like there's no car shows, no track days, no racing, no drift events, no concerts, no parties, no malls, no nothing. But there is a silver lining. What are you doing with your days? Today, I just want to go through and check on you guys and see how you're doing. I want to know what you've been up to these days. Throw it down in the comments. How you keeping yourself busy? We're all in lockdown. We all got to stay home. We all got to, do nothing. Or you could do all the stuff that you never really had a chance to do before. You could do the stuff that you wanted to do that you didn't have the time to do, as long as it falls in the guidelines of what we gotta do. If ever you ever felt that feeling like, oh, maybe I should take an entire season off and just recuperate and kind of save up my money and plan out, get a good focus on things, and now's that time. That's what we're talking about today. I want to know what you guys are up to. I'm going to bring you through one of my regular days because a lot of us aren't working anymore, and I'm still working, but just not as much. So it gives me a lot of time to do stuff around the house, do stuff at home. I want to use this time for good things. I don't want to sit here and dwell on what's going to happen or how bad it is right now and stuff like that. My main focus right now is getting me to a better place, and my surroundings and my mind and my, everything. Dial it in, get it in check, figure it all out. So let's start the day. Now, first things first. Around this place, there's we got a lot of little family members. So I gotta wake up and say good morning to all the pups and say hi to everybody before we start anything. Then we pour ourselves a cup of ambition. And well, usually I would start this routine at like 4:30 in the morning if I was going to work. But since now we get the time off with all this lockdown and stuff, everything slowed down, might as well slow down and enjoy it. So I woke up a little later than usual. Pour myself a cup of coffee, and then I like to start by checking on YouTube, see what my friends are up to, watch a couple videos, and then work on my stuff. Get these videos prepared for you guys so you can see what's going on. I like to do the editing when I'm fresh in the morning, so there's no mindset. So right away you get into it, you feel the vibe from the video and throw the music in it. I really wing it. I don't have a plan of attack or anything like that, but it's fun, so that's why I do it. As long as I just keep pumping out stuff for you guys, well, that's step one in keeping distracted and keeping productive. Second part of my morning is getting things flowing, getting the blood going, getting the heart pumping. So for a while now, I've actually been focusing on, for the last couple of months, probably since the new year, I've been really focused on getting myself in better health because, well, I can see it in my videos that I'm getting overweight and stuff, and it's not cool. You gotta get that in check. You gotta stay healthy, not because of looking good or anything, but physically you get healthier, because I'm not getting younger, that's for sure. I gotta try to stay ahead of the curve kind of thing, if you will, So because there's no gyms and nobody's going out and doing stuff anywhere, well, I get to work out at home. So I do a lot of just body weight routines, a lot of floor exercises and stuff. Simple squats, lunges, do some push-ups, a lot of push-ups if you can, bent over rows, anything to kind of get your blood flowing and get stronger and get better. And so that's been a big focus of mine for what's going on right now and trying to work on that. So I'm hoping at the other end of this I come out stronger and better than I was before. Now, working out is one part of getting better at kind of everything all around. Now the second part is kind of childish and foolish, but I jump on my driving simulator. I play some racing games for a little while, because another focus is that since we don't have track time and we can't get out to race tracks, and I can't really practice with the RX-7 and it's not ready anyways. Instead of doing that, I hop on the simulator and I drive a bunch of laps. I have a show about that on this channel. If you're subscribed and you're watching, check out the Sunday drive thing. Every Sunday I have driving simulator stuff where I learn how to drive. I teach myself new techniques and try to learn as much as I can from the driving simulator and the whole setup that I've got going. So dig it, check it out, go subscribe now. And I do consider the driving simulator as a form of exercise, because realistically I'm practicing my driving technique, and I've noticed that since I've been doing it since probably the new year, I started doing that with the workout schedule, is that I do feel like I'm better at driving. I'm way better on the simulator. I'm pulling laps off better now. I do a lot of drifting on it. I'm connecting everything. I'm much smoother. I've got better throttle control, better steering inputs, you name it. I feel like it's working. And don't tell anybody, but out there on the street with those winter tires that are still on my car when it's raining and slick and nobody's around and I think goes sideways and you just pin it to win it, it goes, and I can anticipate what it's going to do so much quicker and better now because of that driving simulator, and it's kind of cool. I got some friends that can vouch for that. We had a little fun. that's another exercise. That's like a training, you know, like, so I'm training my body, I'm training my driving technique. Along with that, I mean, I'm lucky enough to have some pretty big property here that I live on, me and my girlfriend. And so we have a lot of dogs and stuff, because like I said before, we do like a rescue thing. All of our animals are some way like broken, if you will. A bull terrier with 3 legs, the other one's got a heart murmur and a heart condition. And then we have a German Shepherd who his cords were cut so he couldn't bark because he was a guard dog at a boatyard or something, and she found him with a broken leg. And then the other one, he's blind and he's got diabetes, and but we love them, we take care of them, they're our family. And so we have beautiful opportunities to all go out on walks together. So that's like fresh air, going out with the dogs, running around, playing, having fun. It's a super good thing. It's like, just get out, get some fresh air, get moving. It's like, if you don't do some sort of workout and stuff like that, get your blood flowing, everything slows down, your whole body slows down, and you just feel like mush. For me, how I just feel so much better if I get active a bit and moving a bit. Another thing I'm going to touch on very, very lightly, no details because I'm just getting into it and just starting to learn it, but I'm loving it. Go look up Wim Hof breathing techniques. Dude's onto something, and it's sort of a meditation thing. So as another training kind of deal, well, that brings like mind into it. So now I've got mind, body, soul, you know, feeling good, feeling happy, and some sort of skill, driving technique, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Those are things that I'm working on big time. That's how I start. Usually every day is sort of somewhere around there. So the working on videos, working out, doing some driver training, some breathing, meditation, taking the dogs for a walk, getting the blood flowing, get everything nice, smooth, no stress, all good vibes. Gotta stick to that. Another thing that goes all hand in hand with that stuff, and it's a real pain in the ass, and I don't like dealing with it and doing it and stuff. You can tell by the way I look already that diet is an issue for me. But I've been working on it. So in the mornings like this, when I'm doing my usual thing, have a nice, super light, easy breakfast. My girlfriend thinks it's weird when I do this. It's good, it's healthy, and it's not too much for the day. And usually I'm actually starting to do and trying to work on this intermediate fasting thing. So these are all things, if you guys go check it up, go look, you know, save this video and come back to it, and some of these things you can investigate, look them up, do some research. They're actually pretty cool. I'm looking a little rough, so I figured I'd go do some self-grooming in the garage. Now, the reason I'm doing this in the garage is because I'm gonna shave my head, there's gonna be hair everywhere, and I don't want my poor girlfriend freaking out over the big ass mess. So when it's in the garage, it's on the floor, I can just sweep it up after, and nobody knows. Boom, start the day. Get in the garage. Now on a day like today, sometimes it's regular maintenance, sometimes it's cleaning up, sometimes it's a car project, sometimes it's welding, sometimes it's motor stuff, sometimes it's tires. Sometimes I'm doing artwork. I have a couple channels. I do airbrushing and stuff, for those of you that don't know. Well, I painted that behind me on the wall, and I also painted that behind me on that wall. I've done helmets and stuff like that. I have a few things lying around. I have guitars that I've painted, a whole bunch of cool stuff, but most of it's not here. Great for video purposes. In the garage, that's where I bring you guys most of the entertainment. I like to film in here and stuff, and I'm taking it slow and taking it easy and just kind of enjoying every step of the way, but I do have a ton of work to do on various things. So most of the day passes in the garage for now, and stuff like that. Driving simulator, working on cars, working on a little project, doing some art for the other channel, or sometimes hanging out with the animals and filming them and working on stuff with my girlfriend. She's making some scratching posts for cats and other animal accessories right now, which are pretty neat. Near the end of the day, after supper, I like to just chill out, and I've been getting back into drawing lately. Like you guys obviously, like I do painting, obviously, and airbrushing and stuff like that, but it all started somewhere, right? And what I realized, I think, is in time of crisis or stuff that kind of stresses me out a little bit, I go back to when I was a kid, and I started just drawing to see what came out, and it was stuff from my childhood, from like video games and things like that. I'm a big fan of video games from the late 80s and all the way up to the late 90s and stuff like that. And I started drawing like cartoonish sort of kid stuff, and it was just fun and I enjoyed it, but at the same time it's practice. So I'm gonna just do a book, and it's gonna be from the beginning to the end, progression of how my art changed over this whole lockdown bit. I guess that's probably how it's gonna play out. So that's kind of a neat thing to document. I'm gonna start throwing that on my channel too. I haven't started drawing on the channel, but I will. That brings us to the end of the night, where I'll usually dump all the videos onto the computer. I'll edit a couple if I feel like it, if I'm in the mood for it, if it's, you know, if it's got some flow and I want to keep it going. Or sometimes I'll just go chill out in the game room. The driving simulator's there. That's always fun for just some chilling out and relaxing and stuff like that. Or throw on the headset, do some PSVR and stuff like that. So overall, my days are pretty filled and I'm pretty lucky for that. Biggest thing, the biggest key point of this whole video, basically this whole conversation I'm having with you guys and just saying right now is like, I mean, I'm not some sort of professional. I don't even, you don't have to listen to me. I'm nothing saying that I'm right. I'm just saying from personal experience, this is what I'm doing and this is how I'm dealing with it. But the silver lining in this right now is that there's no racing events, there's no nothing, there's no car shows, is that now's the time to, if you're ever going to rebuild the foundation or something, now's the time to do it. Because since we have all this time, that's why I'm working on me physically. I gotta try to get in much better shape because I don't want to die young. I want to be healthy and live a long, happy life. I'm working on my driving technique on the driving simulator, so I'm hoping that kind of translates over to actually driving. So when I get this beautiful car out on the racetrack, I'm going to be so much better than I was. Now, because there's no more going out and partying and spending money and going to the movies and doing all that fun stuff, and it's actually even hard to get car parts now and stuff like that. So kind of saving money at the same time for those of us fortunate enough to be getting a check from the government or still working. This is a time where you could just chill out and not worry about the pressure of being the nicest looking person out there, being, you know, and just like work on you and focus on good stuff. That's why also I started that Wim Hof thing that I mentioned to you guys before. It's because I want to try to like learn how to meditate and be at peace with myself and be able to be kind of like flowing and happier and more focused and more pure. I sound like a hippie, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is taking this time right now and like even like the artwork is kind of therapeutic, you know, sitting down and drawing and you're working on your mind and you're working on your imagination and stuff like that. So all around, I'm just trying to make everything better so that when this lockdown lifts or whatever, and maybe it's going to be next season, maybe it's going to be a couple months from now, a couple of weeks, nobody knows. When that time comes, I want to make sure that I took this time and I did something productive and I feel good about it and I feel better and I became better all around. Maybe better for you is doing something else, but you know, now's a good time to work on those skills that you didn't have time to do before. Now's the time to start like a new talent or hobby or something. You want to learn how to play piano or guitar, or you want to learn how to paint or draw, now's the time. And it's a great time to be kind of distracted from what's going on. It's good to know what's going on, but if you think about it too much, you're just going to freak out and panic for no reason. And at the end of the day, we're all in this together and all we can do is help each other out. And I hope that somebody got something good from this and it helped you feel good and stuff like that. And we're going to be okay. Things are going to be okay. And when things get back to normal, it's going to be better. We're going to be coming in hard and we're going to have a lot of fun. And everybody out there watching, if you made it this far, I love you. Keep watching, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when things are up. I'm trying to put out as many videos as I can with everything else that's going on. So stick in there, hang tough, peace out, and stay happy.